sabi ni NAA. But, Attorney Trixie, sabi ni Mr. Conrad ng Carambola, mukhang maling move ang ginawa ni Zaldico dahil ang head daw ng ICC ay France. Baka ma-reject si Zaldico. The ICC and the is not the enforcer of the International Convention on Refugees. So, hindi po sila ang enforcer nun, and the violation of that convention does not fall under crimes against humanity, etc. that is under the jurisdiction of the ICC. So medyo magulo yun. Maraming question about that. That is, until recently, nung miniting ni Pangulo yung dalawang ambassadors. Ang sabi ng Pangulo, disappointed siya sa failure to give information nung dalawang ambassadors. Lalong-lalo na ang French ambassador. Ang sabi ng French ambassador ay, we are not authorized to give that information. But wait, ano ba ang tinatanong ng Pangulo? Ayon kay Ante Claire, tinatanong ni Pangulo, bakit daw ni-release ng Czech Republic to France si Mr. Ko? Okay? So ulitin ko. Ngayon, huli na naman ng Malacanang nung pinakawalan, nung sinabing wala nga si Zaldico, there was no evidence na lumilitaw that Mr. Ko was in detention or arrested. Ang daming nagsabi, fake news si Pangulo. To cover that up, sabi ni Undersecretary Claire Castro, wala naman siyang sinabing dinitain. Wala naman siyang ginamit na word na arestado. Okay? So for a while, sige, gray area. Until it turns out, arestado pala or detained pala because he was released to France. According to Ms. Claire also. In other words, nagsasalungatan na ang kanilang mga kwento. Again, this is another thing. With the president, of course, the president is immune from suit. Pero nire-require pa rin ng ating saligang batas ng transparency ang ating gobyerno. So, at it is normal and in fact not even a crime to call out the president when he is wrong. There is nothing wrong, nothing illegal, and yes, nothing fake when you call out the president pag siya mismo yung nagkamali at lalong-lalo na kapag hindi siya nag-apologize or hindi niya kinlaro. Ito yung problema kay Mr. President. Dalian niyang sinabing inaresto si Mr. Ko pero nung walang maipakita na Mr. Ko, sinabi na lang na wala naman sinabing arestado. After that, eto na nga, yung French ambassador saying we cannot reveal that kind of information, but it was the president himself who said, why did the Czech Republic release Mr. Ko to France? So, ayan na po. It is possible, hindi pa rin nagbabago yung aming teorya na most likely si Mr. Ko ay nag-apply ng asylum and doon siya mag-apply sa France because it is entirely possible na yun yung port of entry niya into the European Union. He does, after all, have property there at ang ilang mga OFWs natin doon ay dati nang nagsabi sa atin na mataan siya or nakita siya doon for a short while. We were unable to verify that information, but in view of the fact na nasa France siya ngayon, that would still seem to make sense. Okay. So, what happens next for the Philippines with regard to Mr. Ko? Well, with Mr. Ko, according to our Philippine DFA officials, they will maintain monitoring and they will request permission from the French authorities for more information. Ngayon, ito yung thing. If Mr. Ko has indeed applied for asylum, the Philippines is not entitled anymore to any information on that. Hanggang dun lang yon. Okay. Hi kay Bokyo Chung. Good afternoon. Hi, Kato Light. Kupal says, pag hinusgahan kita na adik ka, anong unang gagawin mo? Magpapa-drug test? Okay. So, bago tayo magpatuloy, wag po kakalimutan, like, share, follow, and subscribe. At dun sa mga manonood or nanonood nito sa replay, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Babalikan ko lang po yung mga katanungan kasi baka malayo na yung mga hindi ko nakita. Magandang hapon kay Miss Green. Sabi ni Kad, okay lang po yan, mas marami pa po yung puti kong buhok sa EDSA ng time. Hindi po yung, well, may puting buhok naman talaga ako, pero ang pinoproblema ko yung pagkaputla ng mukha ko. Maraming salamat kay Kimwell. Dali lang po ha, may mga may mga walang kwentang troll. Yung mga troll na, alam niyo, merong mga troll naman na gusto natin patulan kasi there's something that they have to say that might be worth taking up. Kaya lang, meron din naman yung super walang kwenta na nang iinsulto lang tapos wala ka naman mapupulot na kahit ano. Okay. Sabi ni, nakakatawa, patulan ko yung isang troll. Sabi ng isang troll dito, si Luca, sabi niya, fake news ka. And the funny thing is, he made that particular comment at the start, meaning, nagmamagandang hapon pa lang ako, nagsasabi na siya ng fake news. O sige, ikaw na, hindi na maganda yung hapon. Sana masaya ka na nun. Okay? Parang ang dami nila ngayon. Very, very interesting, no, guys? Ilang po. Sabi ni JC, budget ng impeachment na ipamigay na. Talaga? Parang iba naman yung nadinig ko. Ilang. Okay, there you go. And nagpapasalamat nga pala ako sa lahat ng nag-share. I thank you, Sir Art. Okay, there you go. Okay. We just cleaned up. Sabi ni FRNZ, hi, I'm a big fan of the spokes sa BNC. FR po. Good terms po kayo ng kakamping affiliated spokes. Well, hindi naman kami nagsasabunutan. So, ganito yon. We respect each other's political opinions. Pero walang bawal yung to try to change each other. Kumbaga, tanggapin nyo. Halimbawa ako, tanggapin nyo, pro Duterte ako. Tanggapin ninyo na Inday Sara ako. So, pag sila naman, sasabihin nung isa, Lenny talaga ako Ganun yun. O kaya, kay Pinoy talaga kami. May mga ganon. Yung iba dyan, ano ba yan? PGMA and so on. So, wala. We don't, hindi kami nakikialam sa mga political affiliations ng mga co-hosts namin. Sabi ni Matt, asylum, pag nanakaw ang kaso niya, pwede ba yon? That's actually a good question, Matt, ha? Ang asylum kasi is when you allege political persecution. Ngayon, the authorities granting asylum can inquire into why there is political persecution to begin with. So halimbawa, sabihin niya na yun nga, siya yung ginagawang fall guy, it's possible that he can still get it. Kasi tignan ninyo, doon naman sa mga NPA na nag-seek ng asylum, yung mga kaso nila, mas mabibigat. Murder, homicide, and other such crimes related to the rebellion. So, ang titignan dyan is the persecution. Pero, you're right. Pwede rin maging bahagi ng pag-consider ng authorities na magnanakaw ito eh. So, meron din pong ganon. Yes, it could affect his application. Pero I think this is what he's looking at eh. Baka, at least the application will allow him to stay in other countries longer at bawal ang repatriation during the time na naka-apply yung kanyang asylum. So it might also be strategic. Thank you kay Untouchable. At hey dudes, ba't hindi kasi mag-public appearance si Lutang to prove na he's healthy as a bull? Sabi naman ni Ginny, totoo naman may sakit siya. Sabi ni Miles Nat, I wish you would run for Senator, Mindanao, and almost all of Visayas will really vote this time. It's not that easy kasi ayan. According to Attorney Mark Tolentino na ang warrant of arrest ni Mr. Sonza na walang complainant daw po o nag-under oath sa kaso ni Sir J. Mali. Hindi po yun ang sinabi niya. Ang sinasabi ni Attorney Mark is there is no private complainant. Ang complainant ay ang NBI. Normally, kasi when the crime is personal in nature, may dati, no, RAPE was a crime against chastity, so on. But now, pwede na po kahit sino ang mag-file, but the victim will be the complainant. The victim can provide testimony, pero pwede ang complainant public, no? Like the NBI, law enforcers, para hindi na pag-iinitan ang victim. Now, in this case, ang sinasabi ni Attorney Mark is that necessary yung affidavit, yung complaint affidavit ni Pangulo because it pertains to his health. So, ang magsasabi ng kanyang estado ng kanyang kalusugan para mismo. Kung wala po ang kanyang affidavit, then baka dapat dinismiss yung kaso. Sabi ni Ma'am Annabel, sobrang dami ng mga trolls as in minamaximize talaga nila ang character assassination nila kay VP. However, I do hope that you can appreciate na napakamahal ng mga troll farms na yan. So, minomonitor din po namin yan. And it appears na, hi kay Miss, andito si Miss Cathy. Kamustahin niyo naman si Miss Cathy. Hi, uy, loko-loko. Pa-autograph daw. Hindi kaya ikaw yung artistahin dyan? Ha, madam? Si Mamo, ng bola pa, aga-aga. So, Yun, yun ang sinasabi ni Attorney Mark. Tama naman, for me essential element or kung essential element yung tunay na estado ng kalusugan ng Pangulo, dapat may at least probable cause na nanggaling doon. Baka kaya nawala ng budget ang DICT, oo, ayan pa. Ang sabi ni Ms. Cathy, baka kaya nawala ng budget for 12 agencies ang DICT kasi napunta sa tolls ang budget. Yun nga Di ba napakamahal kaya ng toll farm, di ba? O magkanong binabayad kahit kada individual, di ba? At ang pera niyan sa nanggagaling. Delikado po ba i-share yung audio ni Matibag? Legit po ba yun? Baka ma-flag ang nag-share. Wag niyong i-share, don't download and share, but you can share from the source itself. So, if it is publicly posted and you share it, dapat wala yang, under our laws, okay lang yon. There is no criminal liability. But, pagdating naman po doon sa sa mga platforms, then we have to look at the rules. Halimbawa, sa Facebook, pag nag-share ka, pero yung original ay allegedly fake, pati daw yung nag-share ay nakaapektuhan. Bising-busy ang ating moderator. Mukhang maraming dumadagsa. Sabi ni Venerando, di ba ito ang taong bayan pumili ng presidente para mag-control sa bansa? Anong mangyari ngayon? What do you mean mag-control sa bansa? He's asked to lead. Now, he is the head of the executive and therefore also the head of all law enforcement in the country. So, yun bang ibig sabihin mo ng control? Sabi ni Ilana, wag daw bigyan ng atensyon ang mga basher. Okay. Sabi ni Joy V, isa lang masasabi ko, ginagawa nila tayong mga TANGA. I don't understand the system anymore. Actually nga, dito, hindi nga dapat inaresto si Mr. Sonza in such a manner na mapaprevent siya from easily filing for bail. So, meron po talagang rule na hindi pwede pag weekend unless mataas ang probability na siya po ay tumakas. So, it is the burden of the NBI to prove na hindi nila kayang ipaubaya. Dun pa mismo naman sa mga news reports nakalagay na nag-conduct ng surveillance activities muna ang NBI bago nila hinuli si Mr. Sonza. Which means, di ba, they will have to explain, bakit kinailangan ninyo? Namataan nyo na pala, alam nyo kung saan siya nagsistay. Sabi ni Christy po, blush on lang daw ang katapat. Pasensya na, bagong gising. Hindi naman bagong gising. Hindi ito woke up like this, Pero, walang kaano-ano sa woke up. Hi, kay Tarugos. Sabi ni Ma'am Annabel, ask ko lang po if ma-arrest po si VP sa criminal case na sinampa ng NBI. Ano pong mangyayari sa VP natin? Pwede po pala ng NBI mag-file ng case. Hindi po ba dapat si Marcos mismo mag-file? Kailangan si Mr. Marcos ay mag-provide ng, well, hindi. Kasi pwedeng ang grave threats ay hindi nangangailangan ng private complainant. Ang libel kailangan. Ewan ko sa Article 154 kasi estado ang pinag-uusapan. So, in this case, pwede bang sampahan? Ina-argue ng ilang mga dalubhasa, including si former Ombudsman Martires, ang immunity po kasi ng Pangulo hindi nakalagay, pero ang Korte Suprema ang nag-determine yan. Ngayon, wala pang determination by the Supreme Court pagdating sa immunity if any, ng ating vice-presidente. The presumption is wala, kasi nga walang kaso, walang Supreme Court decision, at tahimik po ang ating saligang batas. Gayunpaman, we should treat the Vice President similar to the way we treat the President. So mag-file na lang ang normal course to play safe ay mag-file ng criminal cases kapag natanggal na siya bilang Vice President. If ever mangyari yon. If not, then nakakasagabal tayo sa or nakakaantala tayo sa gawain ng Vice President. So, it is not settled. Meaning, gray area yan. So, pag sinasabi ni Mr. Matibag na para sa kanila, pwede naman daw kasuhan si VP, well then, this case will most likely find its way before the Supreme Court, which will make a decision on that. But it makes sense to wait until she has been impeached, if ever she is impeached, before filing these cases. Pag hindi, well then, yun nga, aakit sa hukuman nito. Sabi ni Shia, media manipulation of Claire does not make sense. What reason would France request for Ko? As a French, I would like to understand of this bourde. By Claire. Claire again, in France, we do cut heads, which I think is quite impressive. Sabi ni Miss Mel, pwede na pala NBI mag-file ng kaso? Yes po, pwede po. As a law enforcement agency, opo, pwede po talaga. Sabi ni MA8, but Attorney Trixie, sabi ni Mr. Conrad ng Carambola, mukhang maling move ang ginawa ni Zaldico dahil ang head daw ng ICC ay France. Baka ma-reject si Zaldico. The ICC and the is not the enforcer of the International Convention on Refugees. So hindi po sila ang enforcer nun, and the violation of that convention does not fall under crimes against humanity, etc., that is under the jurisdiction of the ICC. Yes. Sabi ni Cedar, kahit hindi po NBI ang inakusahan, pwede pala sila mag-initiate ng reklamo. Yes, but in the case of, if it is libel, kailangan po yung private complainant. Sabi ni kwento ni Inday, parang asylum na mga magiging scapegoat ng mga politikong nagnakaw sa bayan. Sasabihin, persecuted sila ni VP pag maging presidente na. Malamang si Trillanes will take the path of Zaldico. Well, that would be a good thing. You're saying it like it's a bad thing. Bailable ba daw, sabi ni Boy, ang case ni Sonza? Yes, it is. Natuloy po ba yung request ng Supreme Court ng medical report and hair follicle? Wait, okay, that's not what the court said. Uulitin ko. Nag-file ng petition for mandamus ang isang grupo, if I'm not mistaken, UPI, United People's Initiative. Nag-file sila ng kaso for mandamus asking the Supreme Court to issue an order. Oh, that's what a mandamus is. Diba? Mandate, mando. Okay? Mandamus. Where the court will order the president or his men to disclose his state of health as well as whether or not he is a drug addict. Yun. The Supreme Court issued an order asking Malacanang and the president and his people to file a comment. Hindi nag-order ang Supreme Court ng hair follicle test or anything like that. Hindi nag-order ang Supreme Court ng disclosure. Ang order nila is, Malacanang, comment kayo to see if the case will be given due course. Good afternoon, Chris. Sabi ni Miss Cathy, tama attorney, also dapat malaman natin sino yung victim na tinakot at kung nag-file na ba ng kaso at dapat lumitaw siya. Isa pa yan. Diba? Disclosure. Sabi ni Liu King, di ba po may Data Privacy Act? Paano po kung may nagbibigay ng personal info sa ibang tao para siraan? Then you can file a case for the violation of the Data Privacy Act. Can the Supreme Court still issue a TRO to stop the impeachment after May 4? Yes. As long as buhay yung kaso. Instead, ang presidente ang... Ba't nawala? Sandali. Maghain ng kaso kay VP, NBI yung nag-file at hindi sa Manila kundi sa Pasay. Well, it depends. Kasi kung libel yan, it should be in the residence or in the case of the NBI where their office is located. So yun. Pero dito, it isn't clear yet kasi yung statement ni Attorney Mark, kung di po ako nagkakamali, was issued at a time na ang belief niya is libel yung final na kaso. So since ang final is violation ng Article 154, NBI is actually the correct agency. So sabi ni Dark Angel, I don't follow sa case ni Jason pero as per sa mga news, so wala ba talagang basehan ang mga posts niya about sa binabato sa kanya at pwede ba yan na basta na lang siya damputin? Hindi po siya basta dinampot, allegedly may warrant of arrest. Now, the question is, was he given a notice during the time na nagko-conduct ng preliminary investigation? So that will be a matter that Mr. Sonsa can bring up before the court to say that the court might not have jurisdiction yet dahil nga wala siyang notice doon sa sa probable court cause hearing. Sabi ni Michael, happy birthday po ng partner ko na nasa Pilipinas. Pwede po pabati kay Jo Montano on her birthday. Tama ba? Happy birthday, Miss Jo. I hope you have a good one. Pakatatag daw po kayo. Kayang-kaya mo yan kung ano man ang pinagdaraanan ninyo. You're welcome. Sabi ni Feel Good, the Spokes Talk Show is such a great one. More power. I strongly encourage you to comment in the comment section. Then parati kaming dinadagsa ng mga DDH doon. Well, hindi naman parati. Natatalo pa rin sila sa mga DDS. No. Sabi ni Peter Parker, isn't it the DOJ that can file the cases? No, because the DOJ, in the DOJ is the National Prosecutorial Service. That's where you file the case, not the person filing the case. Hi, Miss Chris. Sabi niya, can you explain about the Supreme Court voiding the order of PRD in 2018 dismissing OMB Karandang for allegedly disclosing the Duterte family's bank transactions? Yes, actually, it's simple. The Supreme Court said that the president is not the person. Tama ba yun? Teka, double check ko lang. reversing the order. Ayun, tama. I was right. Okay, so the Supreme Court reversed the decision of the President dismissing the Deputy Ombudsman. The defense kasi of the Deputy Ombudsman, of which the proponent was the Ombudsman at the time, I think, Ombudsman Carpio. They were saying that the president, in order to preserve the independence of the office of the ombudsman, it is the ombudsman who can dismiss, not the president. Regardless, yun. Because nga the OMB is constitutionally independent. Yun lang po. It isn't about, ewan ko bakit dinamay ninyo yung family's bank transactions, ano? But the Supreme Court's dismissal, or not dismissal, reversal of the order of the president is about jurisdiction and about the independence of the OMB, not about whether or not there was grave Ayun. I'm sorry for medyo mabagal yung internet. So, naintindihan niyo po ba? The Supreme Court's decision was based on the independence of the Office of the Ombudsman and not on the contents of that dismissal or the reason for the dismissal. So, it's the Supreme Court has interpreted or upheld the constitutional guarantee that the OMB must be independent. By the way, yung disclosure ng Deputy Ombudsman ay pinabulaanan po ng AMLC, ha? Why was Kong Pulong's libel case versus Trillanes moved to Mandaluyong? Sabi ni Ma'am Christine. In all likelihood, it was moved, na Trillanes filed a motion for change of venue, possibly to avoid the appearance of bias of the Davao-based courts. That's my theory, ha? We will find out later on why. But in all likelihood, that's it. Petition for change of venue, and yes, that is allowed. Sabi ni Kurt Cruz, with 1 million per month from SMNI, Mr. Sonza can very well pay for his lawyers. I think that's none of his business as to whether or not he can pay for his lawyers. And you know that finances is not something that of a private person, is not something that that has a public character. Kumbaga, if you're using that to take it against him, diba? What does that have to do with being arrested wrongly? I think that's not fair. So, in the same way that, when we say that a person's poverty should not be taken against him, neither should a person's salary if it is an unrelated case. Sabi ni CRTB, bakit non-bailable since hindi naman high crime? Walang nagsabing non-bailable. Attorney Tolentino did not say it is non-bailable. What he said was, in cases where the crime's penalty is very low, bail can be waived. So, hindi po totoo yan. Walang ganyan. I think people have been misappreciating or misinterpreting yung sinabi ni Attorney Tolentino. Ang sabi niya is that in cases like these where the penalty is very low, bail, pwedeng wala ng bail. So some person might have said na non-bailable, but that's not true. Ang baba po ng penalty for Article 154, violation ng Article 154, it's 1 month and 1 day to 6 months imprisonment or a fine of about 40,000 and upwards. So, hindi po totoo. Can you please spread the word? Hindi po totoo na non-bailable ang kaso ni Mr. Sonza. Now, it might also be a misinterpretation na hindi siya maka-file ng bail because the courts are closed over the weekends or where he is detained ay baka walang on-duty na judge. So, ang daming nagtatanong, bakit walang piyansa? Uulitin ko, meron po. Bailable po yan. Basahin niyo po ang Article 154 ng Revised Penal Code. Po ang penalty niyan. So, ang sinasabi is pwedeng ang i-waive ang bail. Pwedeng recognizance. Pwedeng sabihan lang siya. Yun ang sinasabi ni Attorney Mark. But if I'm not mistaken, he may have been pertaining to libel, not to 154. At any rate, ang 154, mababa ang penalty din. Sabi ni Joby, ang sabi po ni Attorney Tolentino na mali daw po yung warrant of arrest, non-bailable daw, nakalagay kahit na bailable lang yung kaso. Nanood po ako ng live ni Ka Eric kagabi. Well, I'm reading his, sabihin na natin na ganon, it's not possible na non-bailable siya. Yes, posibleng nagkamali lang yung warrant of arrest, baka typo. Uy, bakit binlock si Kurt Cruz? Hindi naman masama yung yung kumbaga medyo lang, strange lang yung comment na he takes Mr. Sonza's salary against him or consultancy fee against him. Sabi ni Fushumang, kung pakanani V na mag-fake news sa sakit niya, hindi malabo na si Sonza ay smokescreen din para mawala ng usapan kay Zaldi. Ayan na naman kayo. Distraction na naman. Grabe naman. Lahat na lang ba distraction? Pati yung mga distractions ginagawa, yung kumbaga yung talagang intention, ginagawa ninyong distraction strategy lang. Kailangan, wag naman ganun. Parang feeling ko talaga, masyado nang everybody thinks that pagka hindi maganda yung kaso o yung parang walang kwenta yung kaso, distraction. Hindi po distraction, oppression po. Kasi gagamitin mo yung isang tao, you're actually filing a case against somebody for violating or for violating what? Kaya nga po ganun yung penalty, mababa yung penalty at saka kailangan mabigat ang evidentiary requirement. It's because the court will always look first at the Constitution. Sir, the state sometimes through cases, through oppression. Hindi yan necessarily, they're just trying to, yung ilalayo yung attention natin. Think of the effect on the victim. Mr. Sonza is being compelled to shut up. So by saying distraction lang yan, diminishes the violation of Mr. Sonza's rights here. So wag naman po, isipin nyo lang po pag sinasabi ninyo distraction, paano yung sa tao? Parang yung nagsabi, yung impeachment ni VP, distraction lang yan sa flood control? Of course not. They want to get rid of VP. They want to get rid of a candidate. It is not a distraction. It is an intention. It is clear. Diba? Stop using distraction every time. That is not always a strategy. And I am saying this, not just as somebody who is observing all of these things, but as former press secretary. There are many strategies that can be used. Distraction is only one, and it is not always the most favored one. It is unfair to those who are victims of oppression to say that their cases are merely distraction. Of course not. Mr. Sonza is a credible voice on the side of the Dutertes. He is also very well known. So kapag siya ang inoppress, siya yung pinatahimik, maraming matatakot. Okay? Sabi ni Leo, really? Lol. Yes, really. Lol. Good heavens. Sabi ni Pocahontas, this is the right time to start using the word oppression. Be patient lang po. So I'm not allowed to, to be madiin in my speech, ganun ba? That I have to be patient, hindi pwede kasi. Your interpretation of my passionate speech is that I have lost patience? Is that it? Sabi ni Veritas, they are oppressing the Duterte-aligned vloggers and supporters, and ang nakakabother, wala na silang pakundangan kahit obvious na makikita na mali ang premise nila. So, why am I reacting to the really? Because this is what he's saying. Hindi credible si Mr. Sonza. Let's go with that. If Mr. Sonza is so not credible, then why bother filing a case? Kung hindi siya credible, then who will believe what he says? The filing of the case, therefore, becomes unnecessary. Because what? What is why Article 154? When it can tend to cause public disorder or damage the interest of the state, damage its credit rating, it requires credibility. Kung hindi credible, kahit NBI, dapat sabihan mo na, bakit kayo nagpa-file? Sabi ni Medel Flores, are you afraid that you could be the next one to Sonza? No. Kinasuhan na rin naman ako, nauna pa ako. So, why should I be afraid? Because it's a case. In a case, you have an opportunity to defend yourself. So, diba? That's why in every case, in every instance where I have been issued a subpoena, I attend. I went to the NBI 2-3 times. I went to all my preliminary investigations. I went to all of that. And yes, I filed my counter affidavits. In fact, in one case, the prosecutor immediately resolved it even when there was no proof that I had gotten my notice. I was out of the country. Nevertheless, I participated in that case. So, medyo moot yung tanong ninyo kasi matagal na po akong ganyan. Matagal na. Maybe you don't know about the cases that I've handled before. Maybe you don't know why I've limited my practice. Maybe you're unsure, but if you will want to look at the historical record, I faced military intelligence. I faced state authorities. There were attempts, and yes, this is on record, to disappear me at least 3 times. They burned the dossier. The moment I asked the intel services or informed them that I would be filing a writ of amparo. So, if you're asking if I am afraid, it is too late. You could have asked me that over a decade ago and maybe I would still be afraid then. But at this point, no more na. Too old to care. Sabi ni Dark Angel, oh yeah, kasi busy ako sa page ni Junior. Criticizing about his governance at pa-optics lang. Tapos daming nag-a-attack sa akin saying I will be the next Jay Sonza. The F with them, too. No, the next Jay Sonza. Jay Sonza is facing a case. Kailan yun? At least may fighting chance pag kaso. Sabi ni ay, babasahin ko pa naman sana. Ang bilis ng ating moderator dito sa kabila. Maraming salamat, Ma'am Gracia. Much as possible para mawala na yung word na distraction. Thank you, Attorney. More power po. Yes, use the word oppression. It's not a distraction. It's oppression. Yun, sabi ni Patato Tini, removing VP Sara from office is actually the plan. It's the grand plan. The flood control mess happens to be a blessing in disguise, which amounts so huge it dwarfs the CF issue in the impeachment trial. Yes, but flood control is another thing altogether. In fact, flood control was supposed to be the distraction. Yun yung ginagamit nila to make it look like they were doing something, to make it look like eto may achievements kami. They lost control. They lost control because suddenly the fingers were being pointed at his allies, the president's allies. And now fingers are being pointed directly at him, or at least one finger. And that's coming from Martin Romualdez, o dalawa pala, and Zaldico. So what was intended to be a distraction or a, how do you call this, form of manipulation to make people think that, oh, meron pala silang nagawa. Hala, the Marcos administration is addressing the issue of corruption. Yeah. But not when it's his people. Sabi ni Ma'am Josephine, former NBI Director Santiago is very different from this new NBI chief. I agree. I used to appear before Judge Santiago. Ilang beses na rin ako napagalitan yan. Kasi tumakas yung kliyente ko. But I'm so glad that he remembered me. And yes, he did in fact. There's one time na he called in all the vloggers. Sabihin na siya. Wag lang tung, ayun. Okay, remember yung sinabi ni Gov Chavit doon sa The Spokes last Friday, yesterday. Anong sabi ni Gov? Ang sabi ni Gov, siya, pinagtatakpan lang niya yung kanila. He's involved. Oh. Sabi ni Kambal TV, Gotesa, 18 soldiers, Saldico and Martin pointing fingers at the palace. So yun po yun. Somebody fell in love with the concept of distraction and now everybody keeps using it repeatedly. No, you have to look carefully. Kasi pag sinabi ninyong distraction yung KVP Inday o distraction itong ginagawa kina Zaldico and Martin Romualdez and all that, yung mga people that we actually want cases filed against, you're diminishing it. Sabi ni Ma'am Lola, Ingat po kayo. So again, if somebody says to you after you've posted, ma-Jason ka, it's not exactly a bad thing. Mali talaga na weekend siya sinerva ng warrant of arrest. My appreciation of that is he should not have been arrested just before a long weekend kasi magtatagal siya sa kulungan without the opportunity to file for bail. That's if the jurisdiction of the court, let's say Pasay, ay walang judge on duty na pwedeng filean ng for the weekend na pwedeng mag-file ng bail. Sabi ni Sleep Spell, they're so evil. I stand with Sir J. I do, yes. Actually, yeah. This is mean-spirited, actually. It is not in the interests of justice. If the NBI had eyes on Mr. Sonsa, they knew where he was staying and they were conducting surveillance, they could have served the warrant on a Monday. Demonic. Sabi ni Ma'am Gracia, demonic even. Actually, yes. Wait. Sabi ni Nan, did you notice plenty of crucial department heads have suddenly been replaced? That is true. And they're replaced by acting secretaries, which means that they are not submitting the documents to the commission on appointments. There are no hearings being conducted by the CA for any of the department heads in an acting capacity, or such as acting ES. But it's terrible. There is no accountability, no transparency. Dami po akong nalalaman sa live mo, sabi ni Sir Arnel Remigio. Sabi ni Sleep Spell, sinadya talaga nila. Sir J, kapit lang po. I think he's nasa Pasay, so I hope nadadalaw siya. Correct. Sabi ni Winston, parang Pastor Q ang action ng admin na ginawa kay Jason. I agree. Parang, especially with Pastor Kibuloy, biglang na-reverse yung mga previous findings, previous cases. It just, for me, it boggles the mind. Yes po, patch the hole, na-discuss na po. Sabi ni Sir Jesus Cubaco Bituin, nahuli si Jason sa bisa ng mandamyo de arresto dahil fake news, di umano ang post niya sa kanyang blog. Kung ang pakahulugan ni Claire Castro's arrest ay hindi nahuli, sa halip ay nahinto, na-stop, natigil, pinapahinto na kaya, pinapastop o pinatigil si Sonsa sa pagpo-post sa katotohanan. I'm not gonna answer that. Sabi ni Arnel, in this administration, they bend the laws. I don't encourage the use of that term. Kasi, parang pinapalabas na tama yun. Kasi bend, di ba? Hindi bale. Hindi violate the law. Hindi disobey the law. Hindi, bend. So, actually, the intention of Mr. Tulfo when he mentioned bend the law is he's stretching the limits of the law. Huwag naman po natin i-encourage yung paggamit niyan. Kasi nga, it's as though pumapayag tayo na okay yun. It's not. Call it what it is. They're violating the law. Kasi sinasabi ng iba, hindi naman sila nahuhuli. Well, patience is necessary. For example, we cannot arrest the president because he's immune. So, many investigations, baka maipatigil lang at a time like this. Pero as long as the crimes have not yet prescribed, the law is not bent. We are simply waiting for the right time to file. Yung iba kasi, they're so frustrated and I understand completely. Nakaka-frustrate naman talaga. na napakatagal na hindi nila nakikita yung yung katarungan. But the wheels of justice grind slow, but they grind fine. Very finely. Ibig sabihin, pinong-pino. Kung natatagalan kayo, nababagalan kayo, hindi ibig sabihin niya na bend yung law. It is still a violation. Dumabag pa rin sila sa batas. Iniintay ninyo yung huli part, yung arresto part, yung penalty part, yung fine na part. That comes later. Pero matatalino din yung iba. Nagtatiming sila dun sa pag-file, pag-investigate ng kaso, pag-kolekta ng mga impormasyon at ebidensya. Just because the person has not been arrested or whatever definition, by whatever definition you use, does not mean that the law is bent or can be bent. Regardless of whether the proceedings have started, the law was violated. So let's stop using that term, bend the law, because it makes it look like these people are getting away with it. They are not. That is precisely why VP Inday is running for president. So they won't get away with it. So that it is not a bending of the law. Sabi ni Kaupe, they like to violate laws. Correct. All the time. Pero syempre, hawak nila power. Madami sa mga busit na mayayaman na yan at not necessarily mayayaman, but certainly powerful na yan at gahamang politiko ang nakikinabang karamihan kasi dito na mayayaman walang kabusugan. Sabi ni Perlito, we are in a state of oppression by the government, by the BBM administration and oligarch friends of Marcos Araneta clique for a longer term of BBM as president. Sabi ni Gabriel, maraming pera sa Pilipinas kaso mga politiko lang nakikinabang, laki ng gasto sa impeachment. Kaya nga po tumatakbo si VP Inday. Good morning, Miss Melody. Sabi ni Haya, pero ma'am, matanda na si BBM kapag makulong siya. Does it matter? He's not 75 yet. So, does it matter? Who are deciding those replacement for department heads? There's only one. It's the president. The president is the appointing authority. He is also the only authority who can get rid of them. John Luis, na-discuss na po. Dapat po hindi pinapayagan ang Pangulo mag-appoint sa mataas na position sa government kasi nagagamit niya. Anong mangyayari? Eleksyon. So, paano mo iuupo yung tao? There are only two means, appointment or elections. So, ano yung sinasabi mo? Ako, I don't mind. Ganun naman talaga, look. Kung Pangulo si VP Inday, would you leave the appointment of the people she has to work with to other people? I don't think it makes sense. Kasi paano ka you will be, harassed at every turn. Ang daming magiging disobedient. Pero di ba Republic of the Philippines ay pwede mag-file ng case ng plunder? Ma'am, the title of the case is People of the Philippines, not Republic. The People of the Philippines. Because the person violated the law. Those are cases of violations of criminal laws. The case is prosecuted in the name of the people because they violated the laws of the people. However, di ba? That is because the prosecutor represents the people. Di ba pag nanonood kayo ng mga legal na shows, tatayo yung for the defense, I am Mr. So-and-so for the defense. I am so-and-so for the people. That's why the prosecutor, mapansin niyo in court, the prosecutor stands on the right, the defense stands on the left. The prosecutor is on the right because that is nearest the jury. The jury represents the people. The prosecutor also for the people and is closer to the people. There is a reason for this, even for the positions. Why is the judge on an elevated stand? Because he is above the ordinary citizen wielding the power of God as bequeathed to the head of state. So, ayun. Sigurado yan si BBM pag natapos yung term niya, daming kasong haharapin niya, baka makulong din siya. Yun nga ang kinatatakutan nila, which is why they don't want VP Inday to be the next president. That's why the impeachment at lahat ng mga akusasyon at paninira kay VP Inday is political. It is not a distraction. They really do not want her to be the next leader because she will execute the laws. She will enforce the laws. She will make sure that those who deserve to go to jail will go to jail. Sabi ni Ma'am Isabella, we can't deny the fact na totoo naman nagpakalat siya ng fake news na PATAY na BBM. If that were true, then yes, of course, he will be held accountable. Sana next time, wag na lang kasi sa panahon ngayon, mainit talaga mata sa mga DDS. Ma'am, I disagree naman. Hindi pwedeng tumahimik tayo, pero dapat siguraduhin natin na may basehan ng mga sinasabi natin. No, I will not encourage the DDS to stop calling out the president when he makes a mistake. When there appears to be corruption that he is not dealing with or not addressing, we will call out the president for his failure in agriculture, for his failure to plan or to put in the necessary programs to ease the burden of the Middle East conflict, to stop private retailers and the fuel sellers in this country from abusing us with their prices. We should not stop. In fact, we should keep going. But we must be careful. Hi, Kay. Love you for the heart me. Thank you. Ma'am Lani, thank you very much. Hi, Kay Mikoy. Hi, Kay Haya. Sabi ni Sen, akala yata ng gobyernong ito forever sila sa pwesto. Pues, siguraduhin natin na hindi. Tumataya sila.